Working in Norway often sounds like winning the lottery of life. People from all over the world picture a land of fjords, prosperity, and unparalleled happiness. The dream is powerful and widely shared. It is fueled by images of stunning natural landscapes, clean modern cities, and a society that seems to have figured everything out. You hear about the high salaries, which are among the best in the world. You read about the famously short work weeks, where leaving the office at 4 in the afternoon is not just acceptable, but expected. It sounds like a place where you can finally achieve a perfect work-life balance, earning enough to live comfortably, while having plenty of free time to explore the breathtaking outdoors. This vision of a Norwegian utopia is incredibly compelling, especially for those stuck in high-stress jobs with long hours and little reward. The promise of strong workers' rights adds another layer to this dream. In Norway, employees are protected, valued, and respected. The idea of 5 weeks of paid vacation, generous parental leave, and a strong social safety net seems almost too good to be true. People imagine a workplace where their well-being is a priority, not an afterthought. This is the narrative that attracts thousands of hopeful individuals each year, all looking to trade their hectic lives for a calmer, more balanced and secure existence in the Scandinavian North. The allure extends beyond just the professional benefits. Norway consistently ranks as one of the happiest countries on Earth. This reputation suggests a society built on trust, equality, and community. Foreigners dream of living in a place where crime rates are low, public services are excellent, and people genuinely care for one another. They envision raising their children in a safe environment with access to world-class education. The idea of a society that prioritizes people over profit is a powerful magnet. It paints a picture of a life where you are not just a cog in a machine, but a valued member of a supportive and functional community. This combination of economic prosperity, social stability, and natural beauty creates a nearly irresistible package. The dream of working in Norway is not just about finding a better job. It is about finding a better way of life. It's the promise of trading burnout for balance, stress for security, and chaos for calm. People see Norway as a destination where they can finally breathe, both literally in the clean mountain air and figuratively in a less demanding work culture. This idealized version is what motivates many to start learning the language, updating their resumes, and planning a move to a country that seems to offer it all. Life in Norway looks idyllic, but the reality is far more complicated. The job market is fiercely competitive, especially for foreigners, and Norwegian language skills are often essential. High salaries are offset by Norway's expensive cost of living, and the reserved culture can feel isolating. It's vital to look beyond the fantasy before making the move. So, if you are seriously considering a move to Norway, you need to hear the unvarnished truth before you send that first job application. This is not about crushing your dreams, but about grounding them in reality. Understanding the challenges ahead will empower you to make an informed choice and prepare you for the journey. It is essential to approach this decision with your eyes wide open, fully aware of both the incredible opportunities and the significant hurdles. The Norway of 2025 is a land of balance, but that balance comes with its own set of trade-offs that you must be willing to accept. This is the real-life information that goes beyond the tourist brochures and social media posts. Today, we are going to break down exactly what it is like to find a job, live on a Norwegian salary, and survive the work culture that surprises most foreigners. We will explore the industries where opportunities are genuinely available and discuss the non-negotiable importance of learning the Norwegian language. We will also dive deep into the numbers, revealing what an average salary actually looks like after taxes and how far that money goes in one of the world's most expensive countries. This is the practical, no-nonsense advice that will help you determine if the Norwegian dream is a realistic goal for you or just a beautiful fantasy. We will also tackle the cultural shocks that catch so many newcomers off guard. The Norwegian work culture, with its flat hierarchies and emphasis on consensus, can be baffling for those accustomed to more traditional corporate structures. The famous work-life balance can feel surprisingly slow and even unproductive to someone from a hustle culture background. Understanding these subtle but profound differences is key to integrating successfully, both professionally and socially. We will discuss why your colleagues might keep their distance and how the social rules of the workplace are fundamentally different from what you might be used to. This guide is designed to give you the insider's perspective. It is the conversation you need to have before you commit your time, money, and emotions to a move. By the end, you will have a clear and realistic understanding of the pros and cons of working in Norway. You will know what to expect from the job hunt, how to manage your finances, and how to navigate the unique social landscape. The goal is to equip you with the knowledge to decide if Norway is truly the right fit for your career goals and your personal happiness. So let's get started on the real truth about working in Norway. Norway's job market in 2025 is stable and secure, with low unemployment and a strong economy. But don't mistake stability for easy access. The market is highly selective, competition is fierce, and employers take their time to find the perfect fit. For those who persevere, the reward is real stability, but it's earned, not given. Where are the real opportunities in Norway for 2025? Focus on sectors with persistent demand: engineering, IT, healthcare, skilled trades, and tourism. Tech and engineering top the list, with high demand for developers and engineers. Healthcare needs nurses, but requires Norwegian fluency. Construction and trades offer steady work, especially outside big cities. Tourism jobs are seasonal, but can help you get started. In Norway, the language barrier is a significant hurdle in the job market. While Norwegians speak excellent English, employers prefer candidates who speak Norwegian. Speaking the language signals commitment and integration into the country. Even if a job doesn't require Norwegian, it can be a deciding factor. Some international companies use English, but career growth often requires Norwegian. Many expats start learning Norwegian before job hunting. Listing Norwegian in progress on your resume shows initiative. It demonstrates understanding of the language's importance and investment in your future. The language is key to unlocking professional opportunities in Norway. Start learning early to improve your job prospects. The Norwegian workplace pace can be a culture shock. Unlike hustle cultures, Norway values efficiency and work-life balance. The 37.5-hour workweek is standard, and staying late is frowned upon. Promotions are slower, valuing loyalty and teamwork over ambition. The corporate ladder is flatter, with progress tied to tenure and competence. The law of Jante discourages individual showiness, promoting collective modesty. Success is a team effort, recognized subtly. This slower pace reduces stress and burnout, encouraging a holistic view of success. It requires a mental shift for those used to rapid career advancement. Embrace the balance for a well-rounded life. Norwegian salaries seem attractive but require context. The average salary is around 630,000 NOK per year. High taxes take a significant portion, leaving a more modest take-home pay. Salaries vary by profession, experience, and location. Research-specific salary ranges for realistic expectations. Norway's egalitarian principles mean narrower wage gaps. Lower-paying jobs are well compensated, but executive salaries are limited. The system supports a strong middle class, not extreme wealth. Understand the financial landscape to avoid disappointment. Plan wisely for a stable economic future. Norway's high cost of living is a reality check. Housing, food, and transportation are expensive. Rent in major cities consumes a large portion of income. Groceries and dining out are costly, requiring lifestyle adjustments. Transportation costs add up, with public transport being a common choice. These expenses leave less room for savings and leisure. Budgeting is essential to manage the high cost of living. Adjust expectations for a comfortable life in Norway. Financial discipline is key to thriving in this expensive country. Embrace a balanced lifestyle to make the most of your income. Surviving on a normal salary in Norway requires discipline. Rent is the biggest expense, followed by utilities and food. Careful meal planning and shopping are necessary to manage costs. Transportation and other necessities further reduce disposable income. Social activities and savings require conscious financial choices. Budgeting is not optional, it's a survival skill. Life in Norway is stable, but requires financial awareness. Prioritize spending to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. Embrace the middle-class life with smart budgeting. Financial planning ensures a balanced and fulfilling life in Norway. Thriving in Norway isn't about earning more, but spending smarter, prioritizing experiences, nature, and home life over luxury. Home dinners and outdoor adventures like hiking or skiing are central to Norwegian life. Norwegians shop smart, hunt for bargains, and embrace second-hand goods. This lifestyle is about balance, sustainability, and redefining what it means to be wealthy. Can you actually get rich in Norway? While salaries are high, so is the cost of living. Most people save modestly, not massively, but Norway's wealth is in its security, free healthcare, pensions, and peace of mind. It's less about getting rich and more about living well and safe. In Norway, the workplace is built on equality. Titles matter less. Everyone, even the CEO, is called by their first name. Every opinion counts, whether you're an intern or a director. Managers guide, but expect you to take initiative. This trust and autonomy are core to Norwegian work culture. In Norway, work-life balance isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. Offices empty at 4, and staying late is seen as poor planning, not ambition. Vacations are mandatory, and your life outside work is just as important as your job. Efficiency is key, but so is disconnecting. Here, a happy, well-rested employee is a productive one. One of the most common social challenges foreigners face in Norway is the clear and distinct boundary between professional and personal life. If you come from a culture where your colleagues are your extended social circle, where you go for drinks after work, celebrate birthdays together, and become genuine friends, the Norwegian workplace can feel, well, a bit cold and isolating. Norwegian colleagues are typically friendly, polite, and helpful during work hours. They'll collaborate effectively on projects and engage in pleasant conversation during the coffee break, or. However, once the workday is over, that connection often ends at the office door. This isn't a sign of unfriendliness or dislike. It's simply a cultural norm. Norwegians tend to have a tight-knit circle of friends that they've known since childhood, university, or through their established hobbies. Their personal time is really reserved for these close relationships and for their families. Spontaneous after-work socializing is rare. Invitations to a colleague's home are even rarer and are considered a significant gesture of friendship. This can be tough for newcomers who are trying to build a social network from scratch and naturally look to the workplace as a primary source of connection. The professional distance can easily be misinterpreted as personal rejection, leading to feelings of loneliness. The social life that does exist within the workplace is often highly structured and planned well in advance. Companies will typically organize a summer party and a Christmas party, or. These events are the main opportunities for employees to socialize in a more relaxed setting. The in particular is a famous institution, often involving a large dinner, speeches, and, well, quite a lot of alcohol. However, these are scheduled events, not spontaneous get-togethers. Outside of these planned occasions, you'll likely find that your social calendar remains separate from your work life. You have to be proactive about finding friends through other avenues, like sports clubs, volunteer organizations, or language classes. This separation can feel stark, but it also has its advantages. It means there's less office politics and drama bleeding into your personal life. You're free from the pressure of forced socializing with people you may not genuinely connect with. Your home life is a true sanctuary from work. However, to thrive, you really have to understand this dynamic from the beginning. Don't expect your colleagues to fill your social void. You need to make a conscious and sustained effort to build a community for yourself outside of the office walls. This is a crucial part of successfully integrating into Norwegian society, and honestly, it's a task that many foreigners underestimate. Another defining feature of the Norwegian workplace that often perplexes foreigners is the deep-rooted consensus culture. In line with the flat hierarchy, major decisions are rarely made by a single person in a position of authority. Instead, they're the result of a long and sometimes painstaking process of discussion, debate, and collaboration involving all relevant stakeholders. The goal is to make sure that everyone has had a chance to voice their opinion and that the final decision has the broad support of the team. This process is known as achieving or agreement, and it's really fundamental to how Norwegian organizations operate. For someone accustomed to a fast-paced, top-down decision-making process, this can be incredibly frustrating. Meetings can feel endless, with discussions circling the same points over and over again. A decision that you feel could be made in 10 minutes by a manager might take weeks of deliberation. The focus isn't on speed but on inclusivity and thoroughness. The belief is that a decision supported by the group is much more likely to be successfully implemented, as everyone feels a sense of ownership over the outcome. This collaborative approach minimizes conflict and builds team cohesion, but it demands a great deal of patience from everyone involved. This culture of consensus means that your role is not just to execute tasks, but to be an active participant in the decision-making process. You're expected to come to meetings prepared to contribute your perspective, listen to the views of others, and work towards a common solution. Simply waiting for your boss to tell you what to do won't be effective. You need to engage, persuade, and sometimes compromise. This can be a challenging skill to learn, especially if you're not used to defending your ideas in a group setting or navigating the subtle social cues of a Norwegian debate, which tends to be polite and understated. While the slow pace can feel inefficient, there's actually a logic to it that many come to appreciate over time. Because every angle has been considered and everyone is on board, the implementation phase is often much smoother and faster than in other cultures. There are fewer surprises, less resistance, and a stronger collective commitment to seeing the project through. You trade speed at the beginning for efficiency and harmony at the end. However, getting used to this talk-it-all-out approach is a significant cultural hurdle. It requires you to adjust your expectations about how quickly things should happen and to embrace a more democratic, albeit slower way of making progress. Norway is famous for its high taxes, and a big part of your salary goes to the state. But these taxes fund healthcare, education, and public services for everyone. Most Norwegians see taxes as an investment in a secure, high-quality life. For newcomers, embracing this perspective is key. So, where does all that tax money actually go? In Norway, it funds high-quality healthcare, free education from primary school to university, generous parental leave, and paid sick leave. These pillars of the welfare state ensure security and opportunity for everyone, making Norway an exceptional place to live. In Norway, your taxes build a powerful safety net, unemployment benefits, job security, and a world-class pension system. If you lose your job, NAV supports you, and your pension is secured for retirement. This peace of mind is the hidden wealth of working in Norway, security and quality of life that make the high taxes worth it. Norway offers an unbeatable lifestyle, a true work-life balance, strong job security, and a culture of equality. With short work weeks, 5 weeks paid vacation, and a robust safety net, you enjoy peace of mind and time for what matters. Here, everyone earns a livable wage and enjoys a high quality of life. Life in Norway has real challenges. Breaking into the job market is tough, especially without Norwegian fluency. High taxes and living costs eat into your salary, and career growth is slow-paced. Social integration can be lonely, with reserved locals and tight circles. Adapting here takes patience, resilience, and realistic expectations. Norway isn't a paradise, but a practical society built on balance, security, and collective well-being. You won't get rich overnight, but you'll gain peace of mind, time for family, and a culture of respect. If you value a slower pace and real work-life balance, Norway might be the right fit for you.